Hello student, today we are going to discuss about the relation between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. First, it is important to know that how many quadratic polynomial is possible whose two zeros are alpha and beta. That means if alpha and beta two zeros of a quadratic polynomial, then how many quadratic polynomial are possible here? If alpha and beta are two zeros of a polynomial, then how many quadratic equation are possible there? Any polynomial of quadratic polynomial each of the form k x minus alpha into x minus beta satisfy the given criteria. That means here we see that this is a polynomial. Obviously, the degree of the polynomial is 2. That means this is a quadratic polynomial where k belongs to set of real number. That means k is any real number. If k is any real number, then the polynomial of the form k into x minus alpha into x minus beta is a quadratic polynomial whose two zeros are alpha and beta. Since k be any positive or negative, any real number, so here the number of such polynomial is infinite because k is infinite, because there are infinite number of real numbers. So the number of such quadratic polynomial is infinite. That means because the constant term k does not affect the zero of the polynomial and also the degree of the polynomial, since k is any constant number. Now you have to find the relation between zeros and coefficient of any quadratic polynomial. If Px be any polynomial of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0 and alpha, beta are two zeros of the polynomial. Then find the relation between zeros and coefficients. Since it is given that alpha and beta are two zeros of the polynomial, so we can express this polynomial ax square plus bx plus c is equal to k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Since alpha beta are two zeros of the polynomial, then any quadratic polynomial of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equals to k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Now if you multiply this equation, you get x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. This is actually general form of any quadratic equation. Quadratic polynomial. polynomial. This is the general form of any quadratic polynomial. K into x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros. Now, the relation between 0 and coefficients. If you compare both sides, then you get k is equals to a and k is equals to a and minus of alpha plus beta is equals to b and b by k and k alpha beta is equals to c. That means alpha beta is equals to c divided by k. Since here k is equals to a, then we can write this is b by a. That means alpha plus beta is equals to minus b divided by a and alpha into beta is equals to c divided by a. So, the sum of the zeros is equals to minus b divided by a and the product of the zeros is equals to c divided by a, where c is the constant term and a is the coefficient of the term x square. That means product of the zeros is c by a and sum of the zeros is minus b divided by a. So, you have to find a quadratic polynomial when the sum of the zeros and the product of the zeros is given. Find the polynomial find the quadratic polynomial. Find the quadratic polynomial whose two zeros three and 2. So, we know that the general form of a quadratic equation is k into general form of any quadratic polynomial is x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. So, the polynomial is k into x square minus here sum of the zeros is 3 plus 2 into x plus product of the zeros means 3 into 2. That means the quadratic polynomial k is x square minus 5x plus 6. So, if anyone take k equal to 1, then the quadratic polynomial is x square minus 5x plus 6. If someone take k is equals to 2, then the polynomial is px is equals to twice of x square minus 5x plus 6. That means there is no unique answer because first we learn at the starting of the chapter that there are infinite number of quadratic polynomial having two same zeros. That means having the zeros 3 and 2, we can form infinite number of polynomials. So x square minus 5x plus 6 is a polynomial, and 2 into x square minus 5x plus 6, it is also a polynomial. If someone can take k equal to 3, then he get another polynomial. Similarly, you can form infinite number of polynomials. But the zeros of all polynomial is 3 and 2, because the constant term k does not affect the zeros and also does not affect the degree of the polynomial. So this is the quadratic polynomial. If the question is find a quadratic polynomial having the zeros 3 and 2, you can write any one of these polynomials. Otherwise, you can write in this form k into x square minus 5x plus 6, where k is any real number. This is also your answer. So, if the polynomial is a cubic polynomial, then what is the relation between zeros and coefficients? Similarly, a general form of a cubic polynomial is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is non-zero real number. So this is a cubic polynomials. If alpha, beta, gamma are three zeros, then find the relation between zeros and coefficient. Similarly, as the quadratic polynomial, we write the expression, similar expression for the cubic polynomial. That means you can express the cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d as k into x minus alpha into x minus beta into x minus gamma. If you multiply the right hand side, you get k into, within third bracket, x cube minus alpha plus beta plus gamma into x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into x minus alpha into beta into gamma. This is the cubic polynomial. So in the right hand side, this is a general form of a cubic polynomial whose three zeros are alpha, beta and gamma. The right hand side of the polynomial, right hand side is a polynomial, obviously cubic polynomial, whose three zeros are alpha, beta and gamma. Now, what is the relation between zeros and coefficients of this polynomial? Similarly, you have to equate both sides. That means comparing both sides, you get k is equals to a. Similarly, minus k into alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to b, and alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha into k, that is equals to c, and minus alpha beta gamma into k, that is equals to d. Comparing both sides. Comparing both sides means equating the coefficient of corresponding term. That means here we see that in the left hand side coefficient of x cube is a, and in the right hand side coefficient of x cube is k. That means k is equals to a. So here k equal to a. Similarly, multiply k into this, then you get b, and k into this you get c, and k into this you get d. That means this is the relation. Then if you put the k in these three relation, this relation 1, relation 2 and relation 3. If you put the value of k in these three relations, you get the relation between zeros and coefficients. So when you put k equal to a, then the first relation becomes alpha plus beta plus gamma is equals to minus b by a, and second relation becomes alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equals to c divided by a, and alpha beta gamma is equals to minus d divided by a. So these three relation, that means sum of the zeros is minus b by a, and product of 2 and then sum you get c by a, and product of 3 zeros is minus of d by a, minus of d by a. So then a problem. If the zeros of a cubic polynomial are 2, 5 and 3, then find the polynomial. So what is the general form of a cubic polynomial? The general form of a cubic polynomial is k into x cube minus sum of the zeros, that means alpha plus beta plus gamma, into x square plus alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. That means sum of the zeros taking the product 2 at a time. That means alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha. Taking the total combination is alpha beta, beta gamma and gamma alpha. If 3 zeros, alpha, beta and gamma, the combination there are 3 combination taking 2 zeros at a time. That means alpha beta one combination, beta gamma one combination and alpha gamma another combination. That means there are 3 combinations. This is into x minus alpha into beta into gamma. So the general form is k into x cube minus sum of the zeros into x square plus sum of product 2 at a time into x minus product of 3 zeros. That means the polynomial is k into x cube minus, if you sum 5, 2 is a 7, 7 plus 3, that means 10, 10x square, 10x square, and if you take 2 at a time, that means the combination is 2 into 5, that means 10, plus 2 into 3, that means 6, plus 5 into 3, that means 15. 2 into 5, 10, 2 into 3, 6, and 5 into 3, 15. That means 25, 31. 25 plus 6, that means 31. 25 plus 6, that means 31. That means here 31 into x minus product of 3 zeros, that means 2 into 5, 10, 10 into 3, that means 30. So this is the general form of the cubic polynomial. You can take k equal to 1, then you get a cubic polynomial. If you take k equal to 2, then you get another polynomial, cubic polynomial. If you put k equal to 3, then you can get another polynomial, cubic polynomial. But all these polynomials having same zeros, and also the degree is same. So there are also infinite number of cubic polynomial possible.